When OpenAI began in 2015, it did not look like a world-changing company. They didn't even have an office. It was just a small group working from Greg Brockman's apartment.
We're sitting essentially on a couch at a kitchen counter and on a bed, and that's pretty much it. That's where the work is getting done. It's kind of crazy to think that, that's where something this big got started.
However, they had over $1 billion pledged from various investors, and this funding meant they could attract top AI researchers very quickly. And so they began by just experimenting. Unfortunately, they didn't really have a clear strategy. They spent a lot of their time building a bot that could play the popular game Dota 2. They figured if they could build an AI that understood the complexity of the game world, it could lead to an AI that better understood our world. Then another project they did involved trying to build a robot butler. One of OpenAI's early employees even admitted, "We were just doing random stuff and seeing what would happen." Now, it's worth noting that at this point, neither Sam nor Elon was around much. Sam was still running Y Combinator, and Elon had his other businesses. Instead, OpenAI was led by Ilya, who was considered to be an AI genius, and Greg, who was considered an expert at managing business operations. But what the whole team did have was a shared vision of creating AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. There are different definitions of this, but it often means artificial intelligence that can match or surpass human capabilities at most tasks. But here's the key. AGI should be able to acquire new skills it wasn't even trained on, which is why some researchers say the first super intelligent machine is the last invention humanity needs. Because if we can build a machine smarter than us, that can build even better machines beyond what humans can even think of. So, inside OpenAI, the employees talked about AGI as though they were building God. Even in the very early days, the OpenAI team were talking about how they wanted to build something that could completely change the world.
Because AI will solve all the problems that we have today. It will solve employment, it will solve disease, it will solve poverty, but it will also create new problems. The problem of fake news is going to be 1,000,000 times worse. Cyber attacks will become much more extreme. We will have totally automated AI weapons.
Many of the OpenAI team shared a similar feeling, that what they were building had the potential to be the greatest invention ever. But they also said it could be the greatest threat to the existence of humanity.
It's not that it's going to actively hate humans and want to harm them, but it's just going to be too powerful. And I think a good analogy would be the way humans treat animals. It's not that we hate animals, but when the time comes to build a highway between two cities, we are not asking the animals for permission.
A very simple example would be if we did create superintelligence and asked it to help Earth, there could be unintended consequences. Like the AI deciding the planet would be a lot safer without humans. Sam Altman was saying similar things too. On the one hand, he would publicly say that with AI, we can cure all human disease, we can build new realities. And then he would also say,
if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong.
I think AI will probably, most likely sort of lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there will be great companies.
What's kind of funny is that they were saying this stuff back when they were making AI bots for video games. So most people didn't take them too seriously back then. In fact, many felt the idea of AI becoming powerful enough to threaten humans was laughable, as at this point, AI still felt quite primitive. The cynical explanation was that the OpenAI team were talking about AI saving humanity or wiping out the human race because it helped attract publicity and investors. But it does seem most of them genuinely believed what they were saying about the potential power of this technology. And they weren't the only ones. Vladimir Putin infamously said, "Whoever wins the AI race will be the ruler of the world."